A payment to my company credit card was in QuickBooks twice. So I see payment to my company credit card. I assume that means that your company made a payment from its checking account to the company credit card. So it appeared in QuickBooks twice, once as a payment from the checking account and once as a credit card credit. Aha, you're doing bank fees. Good on you. Yeah, anytime a payment appears as a credit, you know that you're doing bank fees. Once, when I deleted one of them, the opening balance in my checking account's bank reconciliation became incorrect. How do I fix this? Okay, I will address not only how to fix this, but how to prevent it. So keep this in mind. Normally, your checking account and your credit card account in your QuickBooks file don't interact with one another, right? In your checking account, you spend money, you bring money in. In your credit card account, you're incurring charges. The one thing that has these two things touching each other is when a payment is made to your credit card from your checking account. Since in reality, that's one transaction, then in your QuickBooks file, it also needs to be one transaction. If I could do that sound effect without blowing out my cheeks, would it sound like this is a more like produced video? Anyhow, therefore, what I recommend is that you not use a credit card credit at all. And when you download that credit card credit in the bank feeds, click ignore. Do not click add or approve. And when you do record the payment, record it from the checking account side, because that's what happens. What happens is that there's a disbursement from your checking account, and down in the area where you would normally choose an expense account for a disbursement, instead of choosing an expense account, choose your credit card account. So, boop, jargon alert, boop, jargon alert. You're going to credit your checking account and debit your credit card account, which makes sense since your credit card account is a liability, and debiting a liability account will reduce the balance. So the other awesome effect of using this technique is that that one transaction that happens in reality and the one transaction that's showing up in your QuickBooks file can be reconciled both in your checking account on the on the credit side, and in your credit card account from the debit side. So you're going to get two little check marks on that puppy because it's going to appear in each of those two reconciliations. Now, as to the issue about deleting a transaction so the opening balance became incorrect, that's going to happen anytime you delete a reconciled transaction, and it also means, that when you deleted that transaction, you ignored the pop-up that came up saying, hey, this transaction's already been reconciled. Okay, we've all been there, we've all done that. And even though I'm making light a little bit, it's me laughing at myself as well, because I have done that myself. And then clicked and I thought, what was that pop-up? And I kind of replayed in my head. Oh gosh, you know what? I wasn't supposed to do that. And hence, the fodder for every video, every blog, and every book, and every article I've ever written was pretty much a biography of the mistakes that Jamie has ever made. So if I can spare you that, it would be my pleasure to do so. So yeah, all you have to do is record it again and reconcile it. You don't have to go back and undo reconciliations. I mean, you can if you really want to, but you don't have to. Record the payment again, reconcile it, and just make sure that your debit and credit zero each other out, because now it's in there twice, right? It's in there reconciled on the debit side. It's in there reconciled on the credit side. Just make sure that whatever account you pick is like miscellaneous expense. So it can be debited once and credited once and zeroed out on your profit and loss.